Hey there, everyone! Welcome back to English Hoot, your favorite place to practice English with fun and easy conversations. I'm your host, Lily, and I'm here with my awesome co-host, Sam.
Hi, everyone. It's great to be here. I hope you're all ready for some fun today.
I'm so excited. So today, we're talking about something super important. Small talk. You know, those short, casual conversations we have with people, like when you meet someone for the first time or when you're at a party.
Small talk. The art of talking about, well, not much at all. But hey, it's important. It helps us connect with others.
Exactly. And I'm sure a lot of you feel nervous when you start small talk, right? Maybe you're wondering what to say. Well, don't worry. Today, we're going to give you some great tips to help make your conversations flow easily and naturally.
And we'll have some fun along the way, too. But before we start, Lily, I have a question for you. What's the most awkward small talk you've ever had?
Oh, that's a good one. I remember once I was at a party and I ended up talking to someone about, wait for it, the weather. Classic, right? It's always the go-to topic for small talk, but it got really awkward because we just kept talking about how cold it was outside and we ran out of things to say.
That's funny. It's like, okay, we get it. It's cold. But what now?
Exactly. So the key is to make sure your small talk doesn't get stuck. Today, we'll show you how to keep the conversation going and make it interesting.
Let's start with some simple tips. First, when you meet someone, a good way to start is with a question. You could ask about something around you, like, how's your day going? Or, did you have a good weekend?
That's right. A simple question can open up the conversation. And don't worry if the answer is short, you can follow up with another question, like, what did you do last weekend? Or what do you like to do in your free time?
And remember, when you ask, really listen to the answer. People love talking about themselves. It shows you're interested.
Yeah, listening is a huge part of small talk. You can also add your own experiences. For example, if someone says they went hiking over the weekend, you can say, I love hiking too. I went last summer. Where did you go?
See? It's easy. It's all about asking questions, listening, and adding something about yourself. You don't need to be a conversation expert. Just be yourself and enjoy the chat.
I think we've all been there, feeling a little nervous about what to say. But remember, small talk isn't about being perfect. It's about connecting. So don't stress too much.
And speaking of connecting, let's talk about body language. It's super important in conversations. How do you feel when someone is talking to you but not looking at you?
Oh, it's the worst. It's like they're not really interested. You want to make eye contact, nod, and smile. That shows you're paying attention and you care.
Right. And don't cross your arms. That can look like you're closed off. Open body language makes you look friendly and open to conversation.
Exactly. So now that we have the basics down, let's dive into some more examples of small talk. For instance, let's say you're at work and you want to talk to your colleague. You can say, hey, how's your day going? It's a simple start.
And if they say something like, oh, it's been a busy day, you can say, I know what you mean. I've been busy too. What's been keeping you so busy?
It's all about showing you understand and keeping the conversation going. It doesn't have to be deep, you just need to keep it light and easy.
Totally. And if you're nervous, remember, small talk is not about finding deep topics. It's about connecting with people and making them feel comfortable.
Right. And before we move on, here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that people feel more comfortable talking to you if you smile? That's right. Smiling makes you seem friendly and open.
I think I need to smile more then.
Definitely. So, Sam, here's a quick challenge for you. Let's do a mini small talk role play. You're at a cafe, and I'm the barista. I'll start the conversation, and you keep it going. Ready?
All right, hit me with your best shot, Lily.
Hi there. How's your day going?
Oh, it's going pretty well. Just a little busy. How about you?
Same here. It's been a busy morning, but I'm glad to be talking to you. What can I get for you today?
Hmm, I'll have a cappuccino. I've been drinking a lot of coffee lately. How about you? Do you drink coffee?
I do. I love a good cup of coffee. Actually, I just tried a new blend last week. It's so good. You should try it sometime.
Sounds great. I'll give it a try next time. Do you have any plans for the weekend?
I'm planning to relax a bit, maybe watch a movie or catch up on some reading. How about you?
I'm going to a concert with some friends. I'm really looking forward to it.
That sounds awesome. I hope you have a great time.
Thanks. I'm sure I will.
See, that was a simple conversation. Nothing special, but it kept going, right? That's the power of small talk.
It's all about asking, listening, and sharing a bit about yourself. Keep it fun and easy, and you'll be great at small talk in no time.
Okay, everyone. I hope you're enjoying today's topic on small talk. So far, we've talked about starting conversations, listening, and even doing a little role play. Now, let's dive deeper into how to keep the conversation going smoothly.
That's right. And just to remind you, small talk is all about being friendly and light. But what happens if there's a moment of silence? When you're talking to someone and then crickets?
Ah, yes. That can feel really awkward, right? But don't worry, it happens to everyone. The key is to have some backup questions or topics in mind to keep the conversation flowing.
Exactly. And it's always good to have a few safe topics to talk about. For example, if you're meeting someone for the first time, you can always ask about their job or studies. For instance, you could say, "What do you do for work?" Or, "Are you studying something interesting?"
Those are great questions. And if you're talking to someone you already know, you can always ask about their hobbies. What do you like to do in your free time is always a good one. People love to talk about what they enjoy.
Oh, absolutely. And when they start talking about their hobbies, you can share yours too. It's a nice way to bond over common interests. For example, if someone says, "I love reading books," you could say, "Oh, I love reading too. What kind of books do you like?"
Right, and that's how the conversation stays fresh. If they say they like mystery books, you could ask, "Do you have a favorite mystery book?" And boom, you're back in the flow.
Yes. And, small talk isn't just about asking questions. It's also about giving your own thoughts and opinions. You don't want to just be asking questions all the time. It's nice to share a bit of your own life, too.
Totally. For example, if someone talks about their weekend plans, you can share yours too. I'm planning to go to the beach this weekend. It's a simple way to connect.
Exactly. And the more you talk about your own experiences, the more relaxed the conversation will be. It's like you're sharing little pieces of your life, and that makes people feel more comfortable.
And don't forget, humor is a great tool for small talk. A little joke can lighten the mood and make things less serious. For example, you could say something like, "I tried cooking dinner last night. It was a disaster. My kitchen looked like a war zone."
That's funny. And it's always good to laugh at yourself sometimes. It makes you seem more approachable. But remember, humor should be light and friendly. Avoid anything that could be offensive.
Yeah, definitely. We want to keep the mood light, not uncomfortable. But a funny story, like the cooking disaster one, is a great way to show your personality and keep the conversation going.
Speaking of stories, sharing personal stories is another great way to keep small talk going. You don't have to tell your life story, but sharing a funny or interesting moment can really help.
Right. It's like you're giving the other person a chance to learn more about you, and that makes them feel more connected to you.
And if you're talking about something that they might not know much about, like a hobby or a special interest, you can explain it in a simple way. For example, I love photography. It's about capturing moments in time. I recently took a picture of my dog, and it was so cute.
Oh, I bet that was an adorable picture. And sharing those little details helps others get to know you better. Plus, they might even ask questions about it, and the conversation just keeps going.
Exactly. And if you want to make the conversation a bit more interesting, you can ask open-ended questions. Instead of just saying, "Did you have a good weekend?" Try asking, "What was the best part of your weekend?" That way, they have more to say.
Yes, great tip. Open-ended questions really make a difference. They give people the chance to talk more and tell you something interesting. It's not just a yes or no answer.
And another great tip is to be positive in your small talk. You don't want to complain too much or talk about negative things. If you're always complaining, people may not enjoy the conversation. Keep it light and positive.
Totally. Positivity is key. You can share something fun or happy, like, I watched the funniest movie last night, or I'm so excited for the weekend.
And people love to hear about fun or exciting things. It keeps the energy of the conversation up and makes it feel more enjoyable for everyone.
Exactly. So, to recap, when you're doing small talk, ask questions, listen carefully, share your own stories, and always try to keep the conversation light and positive. And if you ever run out of things to say, remember, it's okay to be quiet for a second. You can always find a new topic to talk about.
Right, small talk is not a race. It's about making connections, having fun, and showing interest in the other person.
Exactly. And now, before we move on to the last part of today's podcast, I've got a question for you, our lovely listeners. Think about the last time you had a small talk conversation. What did you talk about? How did it go? We'd love to hear from you. Leave us a comment below this podcast and let us know your thoughts.
We're excited to hear all your stories and tips for making small talk. Don't be shy. Join the conversation.
We're almost at the end of today's podcast, where we've been sharing tips and tricks to make small talk easier and more fun. So far, we've talked about starting conversations, keeping them going, and how to use humor and positivity. Now, let's talk about how to end small talk gracefully.
Yes. Ending a conversation can sometimes be tricky, right? You don't want to just say, "Okay, bye," and walk away. That would be super awkward. But don't worry, it's easy to end small talk in a nice way.
Exactly. One way to end a conversation is to show appreciation. For example, you can say, "It was great talking to you. I hope we can chat again soon." It leaves the conversation on a positive note and shows that you enjoyed the chat.
Another way is to make a future plan. You could say something like, "I'd love to catch up again sometime. Let's grab coffee next week." That way, you're ending with the idea of meeting again. It makes the other person feel good.
Right. You're leaving the door open for another conversation. And if you're not sure when you'll meet again, you can always say, "It was nice talking to you. Let's stay in touch." Simple and friendly.
That's a great point. And remember, if the conversation is ending because it's time to go, like you need to leave a party or a meeting, don't forget to say goodbye in a nice way. It was lovely chatting with you. See you soon.
Yeah, leaving with a smile is always a good idea. It's like saying, "I'm happy we talked." And that makes the other person feel good too.
And finally, if you're ever in doubt, you can always say something like, "I've really enjoyed our conversation. Take care." It's a friendly way to end, and it's warm enough to leave a positive impression.
Totally. So let's quickly review what we've learned today. First, starting small talk with simple questions like, "How was your day?" or "What did you do this weekend?" is a great way to break the ice.
And once the conversation is flowing, keep it going by asking follow-up questions, sharing a little bit about yourself, and using humor. Don't forget to be positive and light.
And when it's time to end the conversation, make sure to do it in a friendly way, either by showing appreciation or making future plans.
That's right. Small talk doesn't have to be difficult. It's all about being open, friendly, and showing interest in others. If you follow these tips, you'll become a small talk pro in no time.
And before we wrap up, we have one more challenge for you. The next time you're at a party or even just talking to a friend, try using one of the tips we've shared today. What's the best small talk question you can ask? Leave a comment below this podcast and let us know how it went.
We'd love to hear your stories. Remember, small talk is a skill, and with practice, you'll get better and better.
Thanks for listening to English Hoot today. We hope you feel more confident about small talk now. See you next time for more fun, easy English practice. Bye for now.
Take care, everyone. Happy chatting.